Maya had always known she was different. Growing up, when other children played with toys and laughed with friends, Maya spent her nights staring at the moon, feeling something inside her stir that she could not explain. She was born into a body that felt wrong to her, a shell that didn't match the voice of her soul. As the years passed, she discovered the truth about her gender and bravely embraced her identity as a transgender woman. That transition was hard, filled with tears, rejection, and ridicule, but also with freedom, courage, and a sense of beginning to live authentically. For a time, she believed she had finally found herself. But the truth was, that was only the first layer. The real journey had yet to begin. After transitioning, Maya expected peace, yet there was still an emptiness that gnawed at her. At night, she felt restless, as if some unseen force was pulling her away from the world she knew. One evening, she wandered deep into the woods near her home. The forest was quiet, wrapped in silver moonlight. Then, from somewhere far away, a wolf howled. The sound pierced her heart, not like fear, but recognition. In that instant, she felt something awaken within her. It was as if the howl was not just heard, but remembered like a voice calling her home. That night, she returned shaken but curious. She began researching, desperate to understand the strange pull she felt. On obscure online forums, she found a word she had never seen before, Otherkin. The term described people who believed their souls weren't entirely human. Some identified with wolves, others with dragons, fairies, or even beings of myth. At first, Maya laughed. It seemed absurd. But the more she read the stories, the more she saw herself in them. She wasn't alone. She wasn't imagining things. She was discovering a truth long buried inside her. She was not just Maya, she was Wolfkin. From that moment on, her life changed. She started walking under the full moon, whispering howls into the night sky. She decorated her home with wolf imagery, drawings, and carvings, surrounding herself with the spirit she felt inside. She no longer introduced herself as only transgender. She proudly told people she was Otherkin, that her body was human but her soul belonged to a wolf. For Maya, it wasn't a fantasy. It was a truth as real as blood and bone. Of course, the world did not understand. Many mocked her. First you changed your gender, now you want to be an animal? They sneered. Even family members shook their heads, whispering behind her back. But Maya had survived worse before. She had already lived through the storms of rejection as a transgender woman. She knew the taste of mockery and the weight of being misunderstood. And so, rather than hide, she stood taller. She began to share her story openly on podcasts, in online groups, and through interviews. She spoke for those too afraid to admit what they felt inside. She refused to be silent. Science tried to explain her ID,